You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast with your host, Safan. Transmission will commence momentarily.
Thank you for joining me on the Highly Evolved Podcast. I'm your host, Safan. You can find me on social media, Twitter, and Gab.ai. Let's start the show. Today, big news just came out about Department of Homeland Security. Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen just resigned. And this just happened today. Let me start over, right? She just resigned, and what happened last week, she just met with the president about the border wall, right? Now, if you haven't heard about the situation with Kirstjen Nielsen, right, it's been rumored that Donald Trump been singling her out, right, and chastising her in front of everybody else because she's not doing her job. I believe this is a good thing because if you're not doing your job, your boss have the right to ridicule you. And in my opinion, I think Kirstjen Nielsen did an okay job, but not a good enough job. The reason why I come to this determination is because, look, the facility, right, the deportation facility is overcrowded, and they have to release people out. Why are you releasing illegals into the general public? That's what I'm trying to say. Why are you releasing to the general public, right? If I was Trump, I would be mad, right? Why don't you release them back into the other side of the border, all right? Why don't you release them back into Mexico? They're illegal. They're not even supposed to be here. I would be pissed like Donald Trump would, right? And she made the determination just to release them to the general public. You know how detrimental that would be to the general public? You don't know who these people are. They're reaping the benefits of Americans, all right? She did an okay job, right? But she wasn't doing a fabulous job at it, all right? And what you don't know is that Donald Trump he wanted to get rid of her for a while now, right? He wanted to get rid of her for a while, right? Most of these appointees that he'd been put up, because Donald Trump wasn't a member of government, so he don't know how these people are. So he figured by the resume, that's why he put him in this position. And now by her result, the way that she worked, now he know how she's like, and he wouldn't get rid of her. So basically, what he did, he told her, "Hey, either you resign or I'll fire you." These people would rather be resigned because if you get fired, if I don't know about getting jobs, right, it's better off to put resign on your resume than it is getting fired. Fired shows that you're insubordinate, and it's harder for you to get another job if you get fired, right? So these people would rather resign because being fired is really detrimental to your work history. If you guys haven't noticed that, all right, it's harder to find a job if you put in your resume or your work history say you got fired. If they ask you what happened, why did you leave your job? Oh, I was fired. Why you got fired? Because I was insubordinate. Oh, okay, we won't hire you because your previous history. So Kirstjen Nielsen got fired. No, not fired. She resigned because she was about to get fired. Like all these other previous people that think they could handle it and turn out that they can't. Now, my thing about Kirstjen Nielsen, right? I thought she should have been fired a long time ago after what I heard that she was releasing these immigrants to the general public. All right? Upon apprehension of these illegal immigrants, right? Why wouldn't you just release it back into Mexico? Right? You take it back to the detaining facility, then you release it to the general public. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? You're doing the hard work for them. All right? Why would you do that? Border Patrol cashed them and released them into Mexico now. Because he made a deal with Mexico, you hadn't heard, right? We could release immigrants that's been captured back into Mexico now. And but she had been doing that. She's been capturing them, taking back to detainment center, and then releasing to the general public. How insane is that? You're supposed to release it to the Mexican border. All right? I got Donald Trump backing this, all right? I told you. If Donald Trump messed up, I would not hesitate to throw him on the bus, but I think he did a good job here because he needs to take more aggressive route. These people, all right? These people lucky I used the term people. I could have used animals, all right? And I don't know how many people I'm going to trigger if I use the term animal. But these people, right? These migrants, right? They only know tough love. You got to be aggressive. And I love the fact that Donald Trump is being more aggressive now. That's what he's going for. right? You have to be aggressive to make your stance, all right? These people have to know. If you're being so soft on them, they're not going to learn their lesson. They're not going to take it seriously. You have to stomp their face in, figuratively speaking, not literally speaking, all right? But that's what it is. I think this is the route he has to take. He got to be more aggressive. Now, when Kirstjen Nielsen's gone, right? He going to put somebody else, right? He already put somebody else, but I forgot what his name. But what's going to happen is that DHS is going to go door to door, checks for immigration. If you don't have it, you're being deported, sir. You're being deported. Because if you have nothing to hide, if you're an American citizen, you should already have this on deck. You should have your ID, your license. It wouldn't be a problem for you, right? The people that have to worry is the people that should not be here, right? And they should be worried, right? You shouldn't even be here, right? You're not Americans. You hadn't pledged allegiance yet. I pledged my allegiance. You hadn't sworn your oath yet. So you should be worried. Why is your feeling so more important than my own feeling? All right? I'm sorry. This is tough love. You have to learn the hard way. Why we give you a court date, and you didn't show up. Why didn't you show up? Because I got work. Nope, no excuse. Deport. All right? You gotta be strong on this, all right? Because these people won't learn their lesson unless they handle it aggressively. Kirstjen Nielsen, I never said it right. She resigned. That's a good thing. All right, now it's time for somebody else to do it. If you've been doing a horrible job this past 2 years, get out the way and let somebody else do it. All right? And word on the street is Donald Trump wasn't happy with her performances. He wasn't. All right? And you shouldn't take that her performances as well as acceptable. All right? Her performance wasn't acceptable. She doing all these crazy stuff, right? Sure, she said it's a crisis. Yeah, she recognizes a crisis. Duh, you should already know. There's no rebuttal against that. All right? What you did wrong, Kirstjen Nielsen, is that you didn't take a more aggressive route. You didn't please Donald Trump the way you want that to be handled. All right? See, the thing is, I don't want to downplay women, right? But when put in this a stressful position, they're going to crack under pressure. And you need somebody who can't crack under pressure. You need people who put their feelings aside and do what's right. All right? You can't just base on the decision based on feelings. All right? And that's what Kirstjen Nielsen's been doing, I think. I'm not sure. Don't hold me against on that. But that's what I think. But on that news, what do you guys think? Do you think Kirstjen Nielsen deserves to get fired? Should resign? You think she resigning is a good thing? And who do you think is going to replace her? You think it's going to go for the worst or go for the best? I think it's going to go for the best, but that's in my opinion. But I would like to know. Leave a comment below. If you want to subscribe, that's a good way of supporting me. I'm not monetized. I'm doing this because I love doing this, guys, right? People need to be informed of good news. You can follow me on Twitter and get.ai. And as always, guys, thank you for listening. And this is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.